Lord of souls and breath, we seek out your faith and your spirit to hover over the deep that has opened up, to breathe into us once again the breath of life. For we are in great travail, all who bear the breath of life, and we do not know what to do. Instill within all medical teams and world leaders a spirit of wisdom to understand, to discern, to learn, to teach, and to do. A spirit of counsel and might to renew their strength, and instill within all of us a spirit of knowledge to protect ourselves, and the fear of God to care for our fellow, the weary, the exhausted, the affirmed, and to honor our elders. Bless us with a spirit of forbearance, for we have not enough strength against the great multitude that comes against us, and fulfill through us that which is written. Thus said God the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them forth, who spread forth the other and that which comes out of it, who gives breath to thy people upon it, and spirit to those who walk therein. I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness, and have taken hold of your hand and protected you. We have reached a milestone here where we are now considering coming out of our solitude, and we have empowered groups within the temple to study how we should best do this. In keeping along with this thought that shortly we will be regrouping as best we can and over a period of time to bring our temple family together under one roof. I wish to indicate to you, as our temple welcomes the Shabbat, we recite blessings for those that survive, for the survival of our temple and our temple membership. Let us pray that our temple be a place where we will experience happiness and enjoy good health, be a place of concernment, a place to express our generosity and receive and give hope. May our temple be a temple of creativity and kindness. May those who are members of our temple and their guests know only blessings and peace. And let us say Amen. Amen. I want to thank everyone who attended our Shavuot service yesterday. It was really exciting to see you, and we had a wonderful experience and a great time studying the book of Ruth. We want to thank our professional staff for leading us in that experience. Tonight, we will honor some of our members for the Kavod Award, which will take place at the end of our service. I want you to check our website calendar and weekly bulletins for study sessions and links for Zoom meetings. Our task force on the opening of the temple is hard at work. We will be bringing you updates as their work progresses, and we will be giving reliable information on the safe way to return our temple to its family. As you may have read and you may have seen on television, we have a real problem in the valley and across the country in that people are going without food and lining up for miles at food banks in order to get something to eat. Temple Beth Shalom is joining this task force to provide food for those in the valley that are of need. And a letter you should have gone out, you should have received it in the over the internet, explaining what this program is all about. If you have any questions, call the office. Our first pickup for food for the food drive will be Thursday, and instructions are in the email. We'll be shortly having a number of additional programs online: a meditation class, an exercise class, coffee with the rabbi, a drop-in for people who just want to chit-chat, and a study of prayers in our prayer book, which will be a 6-week study session. We are progressing, providing something for everybody, recognizing that we cannot get together at the present time, but wanting to keep our family together and all in touch. Thank you very much for joining us for Shabbat services tonight, and Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and thank you, Marvin. I think our joint Shavuot service last night and our study group was very nice. I want to thank Andre and Baruch and Rabbi Tracy Rosen of Bet Emet, all of whom contributed to make it a very, very interesting evening. We begin tonight's tefillah for this Shabbat with the Shalom Aleichem on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yetem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And was that almost like being back in the sanctuary and holding hands in our circle? Well, it's close. We now turn to the candle lighting, the Hadlakat Nerot. I understand the entire female contingent of the Gomez family is ready to help us with the candle lighting, page 120. Ladies?
Okay.
We have 3 times.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Well done,
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen, and thank you. Ladies, that was really nice. We now turn to page 219. This is a prayer from the morning service that we introduced a few weeks ago. And this week we have Peyton Anthony to lead us in that at page 219, Let the Soul.
Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God, and the spirit of all flesh and glorify and exalt your name forever. O sovereign, transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you. God of the first and the last, God of all creatures, Master of all generations, who is praised in a multitude of praises, who guides the world with abundant loving kindness, and all creatures with mercy. Adonai neither slumber nor sleeps. God awakens the sleeping, arouses those who slumber, gives speech to the mute, and God loosens the bonds of captives. God supports the fallen and strengthens those who are bent over. You alone do we acknowledge.
And that, thank you, Peyton, and that is emphasizing the act of loving kindness, of chesed, and that is so important in these days. We turn now to page 138 for the Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. L'Echadodi L'Gra Kala. B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. L'Echadodi L'Gra Kala. B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. Shamor v'zachor v'divur echad, Yishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shamo echad, L'shem ol tiferet v'nifila. L'Echadodi L'Gra Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. L'Echadodi L'Gra Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. Boi b'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'b'tzala, O kemonei am segula. Boi kala, L'Echadodi L'Gra Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. L'Echadodi L'Gra Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabla.
We turn now to page 145. Marcia Gratz will lead us in Teach Me, O God.
Well, if you bring the page up, I will. Okay. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days, lest my day be as the one before, lest routine set my ways.
We continue with the Baruch on page 146.
Baruch hu et Adonai, Am Borach. Baruch Adonai, Am Borach Le'olam Moed. Am Borach Le'olam Moed.
Please turn to page 152 for the Declaration of Faith, the Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malakuto, Le'olam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
And now we have a special treat. Hannah Sochanovsky is going to lead us in the Ve'ahavta, page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושינתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוקך ובקומך. וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Thank you, Hannah. That is really, really nice. I wish I could chant like that. Maybe someday. We now continue on page 155. Marvin made reference to the Kavod Awards. One of our Kavod winners this year is Bob Coe. He's going to read Love Your God, page 155.
Are we unmuted?
Yes.
Love your God with every heart, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvahs so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God.
Amen. We continue Michamocha, page 158.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Mikamocha ba'ali Madonna. Mikamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norat tehila osef mele. Norat tehila osef mele. Malachut Pharaoh Necha, Ukeyam Lifnei Moshe Mariam, Ze Elianu Ba'amru, Adonai Yimlo Le'olam Moed, Adonai Yimlo Le'olam Moed. Mikamocha ba'ali Madonna, Mikamocha nehida v'kodesh, Norat tehila osef mele, Norat tehila osef mele. Ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב ולא מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גא ישראל.
Page 159. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. We continue with Ufrot Solenu in the Hashkivenu, page 160.
Ufrot Solenu Sukkot Shelomecha Ya la la Ya la la Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 la.
We now turn to the Mishaberach, which you can see on your screen. The past few months has seen our prayers become heavier as there is so much turned upside down in our world. The opportunity arises that we turn our prayer to action. Loving kindness is our movement from prayer to the heavens to action here on earth. We pray the loving kindness be the medicine that cures those suffering the effects of coronavirus. or those who choose bitterness and racism over understanding our common humanity. I'd like to read Pain and Injustice, which comes from the Gates of Prayer, the previous Reformed Prayer book. It is an easy thing to triumph in the summer sun and in the vintage, and to sing on the wagon loaded with corn. It is an easy thing to talk of patience to the afflicted, to speak the laws of prudence to the homeless wanderer, to listen to the hungry raven's cry in wintry season, when the red blood is filled with wine and with the marrow of lambs. It is an easy thing to laugh at wrathful elements, to hear the dog howl at the wintry door, the ox in the slaughterhouse moan, to see a God on every wind and a blessing on every blast, to hear sounds of love in the thunderstorm that destroys our enemy's house, to rejoice in the blight that covers their field and the sickness that cuts off their children, while our olive and vine sing and laugh round our door, and our children bring fruits and flowers. Then the groan and the dolor are quite forgotten, and the slave grinding at the mill, and the captive in chains, and the poor in the prison, and the soldier in the field. When the shattered bone has laid him groaning among the happier dead, it is an easy thing to rejoice in the tent of prosperity. Many loving kindness and healing comes to everyone who needs it in our lives. I'd like to ask everyone at this point to type in the names of those in need of healing as we prepare to listen and to sing the Mishaberach. This has been a very tough week for a number of different reasons. And we pray and we hope and we aspire for healing and fullness and reconciliation. Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor Avraham Limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor Avraham Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We pause now for a moment of silent prayer and meditation.
Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al Yisrael emru amei. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom, Ibrahim. Oh, yeah, say shalom, aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, emru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom. I hope I didn't give away any secrets by saying that Bob Coe was one of our 2 Kavod Award winners this year. There's people who just said, oh, now all the suspense is gone. And I'm going to give away the other Kavod Award winner right now, which is Judy Fagan, who I'm going to ask in a minute to recite the Torah blessings before and after the reading of the Torah. This week we're reading Parshat Naso, which is in the book of Numbers, chapter 4 to 7. And we had a very animated Torah study, and for that I thank Steve and Bob as well for organizing that. And although they didn't buy me lunch this week, and I missed that chicken salad with the greens, with the green dressing on top. But I'm sure that sooner or later we'll be back in person, and I look forward to that time. But moving to the book of Numbers, which in Hebrew is Bamidbar, in the desert. We're talking about being in the desert, which I referred to my sermon last week. And this week there were 2 major themes, and I'll try to talk about the second of the 2 themes next week, which is about the Nazir. A Nazir is a Nazirite who took certain vows, among other things, to abstain from alcohol and not to get a haircut. And the most famous Nazirite, of course, was Samson, who knocked down the Philistine temple when his strength came back, when his hair grew back. And well, maybe I should grow my hair longer. The other topic that is talked about in this week's Parsha is that of the Sotah. And a Sotah is a woman accused of inappropriate relations. So that may have led to a lot of the reasons for there was such an animated Torah study, because everybody loves talking about sex. Of course, thousands of years ago, there wasn't the emphasis on gender equality that we have today. And so the laws certainly were biased against women, and the emphasis was on the woman proving herself innocent, which was something very difficult to do. And the Torah itself goes into many of the specifics of what happens if a woman is accused of adultery. And, and there's bitter waters that she could be forced to drink. And what is interesting is that from the time of the Bible, the book of Numbers may have been written 600 BCE to the time of the Talmud, which is maybe starting at about 200 CE. So it's about 800 years, very, very roughly. Things had changed. And so the rabbis, Talmud, the sages, made great efforts to try to limit the laws as set forward in the Bible. So there's all sorts of new requirements. You need 2 witnesses that warned the person beforehand, and there's all sorts of new regulations. And without these things, which was almost impossible to do, you couldn't put into effect the laws of Sotah. In any case, it's a fascinating episode, and it shows that the people in the Torah are really just like today. We may be talking about 2 or 2,500 or 3,000 years ago, but people are people, and people's character traits and their personalities are really the same, no matter what time we're talking about. Okay, Judy, are you ready? Judy?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Adonai Hambara.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bakar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et torto. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Naso et rosh b'nei Gershom gam hem lebeit avotam lemishpatochehem. And God said to Moses, saying, take a census count all of the children of Gershon and count them individually and count them according to their families. Mi ben 30 shana v'male ad ben 50 shana, from the age of 30 up until just 50 years old. Tifkodatam, you should count them. Kol haba litzavot tzava la'avod avodah be'ohel moed. They should all be enlisted to do the holy work in the Ohel Moed, which is the tent of meeting, which is very similar to the tabernacle, but not necessarily identical. Zot avodat mishpachot haGershoni la'avod u'lemasa. This is the work of the Gershonites, to work and to carry. Naso et yiriot hamishkan ve'et Ohel Moed mikisehu umikise hatachat asher alav u'lemala ve'et masach petach Ohel Moed. They should carry the curtain of the portable tabernacle and also the tent of the meeting, its cover, and the cover over it from above. Okay, Judy.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emed v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. And now, as Marvin said at the beginning of the services, we had a Shavuot celebration yesterday with Bet Emet on Zoom. But what we did, and we had a service as well. But what we didn't do is Yizkor. So I'd like to now ask everyone to turn to page 580 in your Mishkan Tefillas if you have a copy at home, and I hope many of you do. And if not, you can see it on your screen for the Yizkor. And I'll read the Yizkor, a general Yizkor, and then I will give everyone a minute to please read the Yizkor silently. This is a time, there's the 3 pilgrimage festivals and other occasions during the year, and Yom Kippur afternoon, for example, to remember all of our family that is no longer with us. And so we remember them. They remain in our hearts with great, great love. Yizkor Elohim, Nishmato, Yikarenu, Shalchu La'olamam, Ana Tiena Nafshotehem, Tzrurot B'tzror HaChaim, U'tehim Menuchatam Kavod. Tzovat Tzmachot Et Panecha, Nimot Yimincha Netzach. May God remember forever our beloved ones who have gone to their eternal rest. May they be at one with the one who is life eternal. May the beauty of their lives shine forevermore, and may our lives always bring honor to their memory. And let us say, Amen. We pause now for a moment to recite the Yizkor in Hebrew or English, or just in your heart with no words at all, in memory of all of our loved ones. We now continue with the memorial prayer, the Emale Rachamim, on page 582.
Shokein bamromim, Amatzem nechana, achar kanpei hashechina, im kiroshim utorim, kezor harakim. Nishmot Yakireinu shalchu le'olam, v'harakamim yastirek beseter kinafav l'olamim. Bitzror chachayim en nishmatam, Adonai hu nachalatam, v'yanuchu b'shalom al mishkavam, v'nomar Amen.
Fully compassionate God on high, to our loved ones who have entered eternity, grant clear and certain rest with you in the lofty heights of the sacred and pure, whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. Source of mercy, in it forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings. Secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours. They will rest in peace. And let us say, Amen. We now put up the Kaddish list on the screen, and everyone can also type in names of your loved ones who are no longer with us. I'd like to particularly remember Andrew Morgan, who passed away early this week, and Leah Ugalov, the mother of our new treasurer, Seth Ugalo, who passed away just 2 days ago. She passed away here. She's going to be buried next week in Florida, and we mourn with Seth and Randy and with their entire family. We can turn the mute off so that we can all be heard as we join together in the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598, and you can continue to type in any additional.
Could I have it, please?
Yes.
No, yeah. Yeah, Mom.
Hey, I can hear everyone now.
See it?
Yes.
Okay, we join together page 598. Yitkadash,
I know, but I'm
Amlich Malkute, Kon B'yomei Kon, Gay Israel, Agala Uzman Kari Bimru, Amen. Hey, Shmei Rabban Amaya, Yitbarach, Rabba Min Shemaya. Shalom Bimrama. The one who creates harmony on high, bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and all humanity, to which we say, we mourn for all those who have passed away, and we grieve with all those who are in mourning. We now turn to the Kiddush and the Hamotzi, and then we follow that with the Kavod Awards, and then we conclude with the benediction and Tefillat Derech. Cantor, I've got my Kiddush cup filled with the Magen David wine, and so I'm ready.
Good. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron la'maseh b'reishit, yehu yom tehillah mikre kodesh, Zecher Letziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu v'charta, v'anu kidashta, mikol amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'ahava uvratzon, inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mikadei Shabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
Good. Tuesday.
And you've got some challah there?
I do. No raisins this week, though.
All right.
Got little seeds, though. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Oh, wow. And now I'd like to present the Kavod Awards.
Tonight is the night we honor our two Kavod Award winners, Judy Fagan and Bob Coe. The Kavod Award winners are chosen by a committee of all previous Kavod winners. The recipients of this award have a history of working for the temple for at least 3 years, openly or behind the scenes, and have given their time and effort over and above the typical congregant, which our two recipients personify. Just a little factoid. The first Kavod Award was given in 1984, so it's been a while. Judy Fagan has been a member of TBS since 2004. Two of our current members, the Datesmans, invited Judy to join them at temple services one evening, and she was shocked that night to see Abe and Lily Meth in the lobby. The cause of that shock was that Abe was Judy's Sunday school teacher in Kansas City, and Judy was anything but his star pupil. She thought it was a sign from God and joined the next Monday. Quickly after joining TBS, Judy became very involved. Here are a few of the things she's done. She helped with Hanukkah packages for Jewish servicemen and women, helped Michelle Gluck organize a women's Seder, which is still continuing. Judy, for all those who do not know, is the Simcha cake lady. When Sisterhood needed a sugar-free cake for Friday Onegs, she put together her now famous Simcha cake, which she still provides for Onegs and special occasions. Judy volunteered in the office once a week for many years. She's been a trustee on the board for 4 years. She's run the gift shop for 11 years, and Judy will be our next Sisterhood president. We are honoring Judy's 16 years of service to TBS tonight by awarding her the Kavod Award. Congratulations, and thank you for all you've done. Please accept this award on behalf of Temple Beth Shalom. Judy?
Can you see me with my award? Oh, can you see I am holding my award?
I don't see you, but maybe people do.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Brenda, and the Kavod Award Committee. I have always felt that Temple Beth Shalom was there for me in good times and in bad times, so I felt I should always be there for them. I will cherish this award, and I am so pleased that people think of me that I've given, but I don't see like I have given because it's just been part of my life. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Dave, take it away.
The Kavod Award is handed out annually to individuals who demonstrate a willingness to go the extra mile for the Temple family without being asked and expecting nothing in return. Time and time again, Robert Coe has exemplified that definition. Whenever there is a technology problem to be solved, Bob has been there for us. Together with Steve Siegel, he has been a fixture in the kitchen whenever there is a need to prepare food for the masses, like those wonderful briskets and organizing the chili cook-off that we all enjoyed. Bob has served as a treasurer for the Brotherhood for a number of years. Recently, he has volunteered to work with me and others to develop a video system for the temple whereby we will be able to live stream our services on our website or YouTube every Friday night and on the High Holy Days. For a little background, after high school, Bob entered the Naval School of Music and School for JAG Paralegal Training. He served on the USS Essex aircraft carrier. He later attended Wichita State University, majoring in computer science with a minor in music. In 1972, he married and has 2 children and 6 grandchildren, all in the greater Kansas City area. While working for county governments in Olathe, Kansas, he transferred from the district attorney's office to the county wastewater department as their director of information technologies. He retired after 35 years of accomplishments. To keep this brief, let me just say that Bob has served as an organist for several congregations, including serving as guest organist in Hamburg, Germany, and has performed in many choirs. Bob and Steve have been married for 8 years and partners for nearly 20 years. Besides their volunteer work for our temple, they spend much of their time as volunteers for Meals on Wheels. Volunteers like that are what makes our congregation the welcoming, productive place that it is. For those reasons and more, we honor Robert Coe this evening as a 2020 Kavod Award recipient.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And thank you very much for that glowing introduction. I didn't know that much about myself, actually. I had prepared a talk, a small speech, but frankly, I just want to really just say that I want to thank you for all the things that you provide to me. I enjoy doing all the volunteer work. I was honored to be selected as this year's Kavod Award winner for the men. And I know the decision wasn't particularly easy based on all the good people that we do have at the temple doing outstanding work. Again, thank you for the award, and I look forward to volunteering and doing many more projects for the temple.
Thank you.
Mazel tov to both of you, Bob and Judy, and may you continue to go from strength to strength and serve the community and bring much pleasure to yourselves and to many other people, as I know that you will. And so with that, we say Mazel tov to both of you and congratulations. We now conclude our service with the benedictions and the Tfilat HaDerech.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken yehi ratzon.
May God bless everyone here and keep you healthy and secure.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
Ken yehi ratzon.
May God's brilliance infuse into your souls and bring you greater sense of the appreciation of life.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken yehi ratzon.
May the inspiration of God help to make you happier and wealthier and thrive throughout your lives and bring you peace, happiness, and much, much love. And let us say once more,
Amen.
Amen.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
And we have a lot of leftover cheesecake, so please indulge. And Andre, we're going to leave the Zoom open for a few minutes for people to socialize.
Yes.
You can transfer the hosting to me if you like. I still have 51% on my phone.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Congratulations and kol hakavod to our Kavod Award winners, Bob and Judy. Thank you for all the work that you do for our congregation. It is a pleasure to see both of you in and out of the building constantly during the course of the week. And it's always a joy to share stories with you and smiles as well. And it encourages our staff that we have volunteers such as you and committed people such as you helping us out during the course of the year. So thank you once again, everyone. The participants, our readers, and our candle lighters for helping us during services this evening. We're going to unmute everyone in a minute. I'm going to transfer before I transfer the host duties to the rabbi. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat.